Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Mic with Mike. It's a premier business radio show here in the Central Virginia area, here on 92.7 FM, 820 AM. I'm your host, Mike King, and I appreciate you being here with me because you could be anywhere else in the world. So join me as this cutting edge show uplifts the community and showcases RVA business in a different way. So we're coming to you live and direct from the palatial studios of 92.7 FM, 820 AM, high above booming Chester, that hotbed of business activity. We are just here doing big things. So this show highlights partnerships, innovation, social enterprise, nonprofits with business people and organizations making a difference in the greater Richmond area. So please follow my other brands, which are Mike King Biz, my TV show, which is RVA Swag Central, as well as a new show that I have coming out right now. It's called Style and RVA. Follows four different women living the lifestyle of Richmond. So it's fashion, food, fun, and family. And I'll talk about that later with the little shameless plug. So we'd like to thank our sponsor for the show, Nicole Reed Real Estate. So buying and selling a home, please go with the pro Nicole Reed. She is simply the best in the business. So folks, this show is always great, but today is a really special occasion. We also have, I got to play this for my granddaughter. It's the new promo, so it's dropping here live for my program. Hey, folks, take a listen. My name is Isabella, and you're listening to My King Biz. Hubby, that's my scam. So, folks, that's going to be the new one for me. And so I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in. The program that we have today, we highlight nonprofits, businesses, and organizations doing things in a big way. Today in studio with me, two game changers, and I met them at different points, but they are folks who are involved in a movement. So with us, we have James Harris, the man behind Mental Health and Men to Heal. Sir, say a hello there.
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
So and we also, we're going to talk about him. He has a lot of things going on. And we have Sylvia Farbstein.
Hi, everyone.
And so she's with an organization that's called 10 Feet Tall. You folks may know her son, Brandon, world-renowned speaker, and we met through Synapse. Shout out to the folks at Synapse. So the way the program works is we talk a little about what you're doing. So we're going to, along the way, we got to pay some bills around here because, this stuff ain't free. And my grandkids need stuff as well. So we got to pay some bills. So we're going to go and talk about the sponsors who promote the program so that you can listen to these fine guests. We're going to start out with James. So we're going to go until about the bottom of the hour. James is going to have to take off because he's a busy man. And, he has some other things to do. But we'd like to thank him for taking the time. Talk to me a little bit about your journey and how you got to the point when you thought of, I need to start something, which turned into a movement.
Pretty much the movement started my next to last quarter in grad school. We had to do this project. So a couple of my cohort members, they was tackling LGBTQ rights. Somebody did veterans. Somebody did, just various of things. But for me, I realized like it was a lapse in men and the way they take care of their overall health. That right there began to be my project. So from there, I just started doing research, started interviewing different people, and realized there was guys in my own circle who didn't have physicals in like 2 years. So let alone the mental health portion of it. They would not see a therapist for whatever reason. So that's how I was born. And then after I completed grad school, I started working in a private practice at Avail and a female dominant practice. So I asked them how come or can we add a portion to do some stuff for men? They agreed, and we just took off from there.
So one of the things that we're going to do today is about that moment. That's the part where you talk about it in grad school, but your story started long before that to get to the. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. And Sylvia, I'm going to ask you the same thing. That moment when you stopped becoming Brandon's mom, to all of a sudden you realize, hey, there's something here that's going to take you out of your comfort zone.
So therapy in general, or just
the James Harris story?
Oh man, that I can talk about that.
Okay, well we don't have all that time, so give us the highlights.
So the short version is, I guess, my dad died when I was about 5 or 6. And my mom got sick when I was like 9 or 10. So from there, I became a ward of the state, which is in foster care, and then a group home. So within that process, therapy was mandatory, but I didn't receive I guess, the best I could from it, just due to whatever reason, whether it was cultural, whether it was the age difference between me and the therapist. So for me now, looking at it, I just want to provide a better experience for people that look like them to obtain therapy. Just being an example within the field and doing it differently. Like I said, it was just somebody that was different on all aspects asking me about my life. So I didn't feel comfortable with the therapy process. So I wanted to make it different and attractive now to younger people who potentially are in therapy or men who are in therapy. So from there, that's pretty much my journey, the short version.
Okay, and so mental health was born. How do you take that from what you're doing to becoming like it starts to catch on? Because you're really giving us the short version of
Yeah,
you've been in on the forefront of the healing. You got the healing hub. We got to give a shout
correct.
out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that location. So you've really become a person in the community that deals with the healing aspect. At what moment did you realize, okay, I kind of have something here, and now you have to run with that thing even more?
Well, to be honest, it was for the aspect of like serving people and serving community. I didn't even do it for the gratification. The healing hub, everything I do there is out of pocket. So people contribute and people donate, because they see the bigger picture. So I'm thankful for that. But that's how that was developed. I just wanted a place to where people can come and get access for different information, whether it is a massage or therapy or yoga or Zumba or financial literacy classes, or we feed the less fortunate every third Saturday, just different stuff like that. I just wanted people who normally don't have access to stuff. So went hunting for a building and was fortunate that it was within my budget, and I'm able to pay that through my other entrepreneurship endeavors. So
Okay, so folks, the voice you're listening to is James Harris. The time is 1:15. The program's on the mic with Mike. If you'd like to call in, hey, folks, give us a call in. The number you can reach us in at is 804-454-1366. I have my man, Mr. CJ, on the wheels of steel. He was getting ready to pop up because he thought I was going to say 1566. So it's 454-1366. Next up, we're going to talk to Sylvia Farbstein. So we're going to have a little bit more time to dive in. Tell us your story. But when you got that moment that you realized this is bigger than my family, this is bigger than me, and take you out of the comfort zone of where you are as just the mom, which is not just the mom, but the mom of a special kid.
Absolutely. So, my son Brandon was diagnosed with a very rare form of dwarfism when he was 2.5 years old. And my entire sense of having a path set out before us went out the window. And my husband and I quickly realized that we have no idea what the future of this kid is going to be. There's no blueprint on what to expect. And that very moment, we decided that we are just going to raise him to the best of our capabilities and to enable him to live the best life that he could. Fast forward, Brandon started taking drama classes, and we very quickly saw, even at the age of 8, that he had a gift of stepping on stage and really resonating with his audience. No matter what character he played, his short stature went away within seconds. And when he was 15, he gave a TED Talk here in Richmond. And I can later go into the story of how that happened because it was a beautiful divine intervention that brought a woman into our life. But anyway, his TED Talk was the first time that Brandon was on stage as himself. And as he describes it, it really was the day that he discovered his purpose. And I knew at that moment that he not only has the ability to resonate with people, but people can see themselves in his story. And he is able to connect with people on such a deep, meaningful level that I knew that I was going to do whatever I could to support his dreams. At that point, I didn't even know what his dreams were going to be. I believe he wanted to be a journalist initially. Um, he started giving talks, and those talks would open doors. They were free talks that he gave at different networking groups like Synapse. And every time he spoke, someone said, "Oh, I've got another opportunity for you." And it made us realize the beauty of being open to the unknown and stepping outside of our comfort zone and just serving. Um, at the same time, also, that Brandon was kind of developing this gift, he was severely cyberbullied by his high school peers.
Okay.
And although it started freshman year of high school, it really came to a head mid-junior year. And it was really a horrific, dark time in his life.
So let's go. So, folks, the time is 1:19. So for parents of my age who have their kids in their 30s, or, the whole cyberbullying thing, before it happened at school and it's over. I guess it really kills a parent now because there's no end to it. So it doesn't stop when school ends.
That's
So
right.
as a parent, and that's something we can touch on in a little bit, how do you overcome that? How do you deal with that?
I think the bottom line is you have to take a step back and realize that you have no control. As many parents think that they can prevent this from happening by keeping social media away from their kids. But the bottom line is this generation has access to social media.
That is true. So, folks, sorry, we gotta. So the time is 1:19. The program is On the Mic with Mike. We're here with Sylvia and James. Sylvia's organization, it's Brandon's organization, is called 10 Feet Tall. James Harris is around town with Mental Health Men to Heal. You see the shirts around with the movement. We got to go away for a moment, and we will be back. Thank you.
Having a good name is more valuable than possessions. With a positive reputation, you not only obtain good credit, but the trust of lenders. At Build Credit LLC, we help you gain access to wealth, knowledge, and personal power. Have you made mistakes with your credit? Not where you need to be? Unsure of where to start? Tired of credit companies taking your money and getting no results? Need a home, car, credit cards, trade lines, or starting a business and need credit? No worries, we've got solutions for all of your questions. Build Credit LLC is here to help you begin, repair, or build your credit to get the lifestyle you deserve. With our 100% money-back guarantee, we are committed to your success. Contact us today at 844-214-0554 or buildcredittrust.com for your free consultation. Mention promo code BCT2020 to claim 20% off your services.
Offer valid in the Commonwealth of Virginia and restrictions apply.
Hey, this is your chef, Michelle Wilson of Ma Michelle's Cafe, located at 10811 Home Street Road, Midlothian, Virginia. Our number, 804-912-1644. Come and join us. We have live entertainment, a new menu. Follow us on Facebook at Ma Michelle's Cafe, Twitter, and Instagram. We are sold south of the James.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jimmy Stump with Stump's Pig and Pint. We're located on the corner of 2nd Street and 119 East Lee. We specialize in slow-cooked meats, handmade sides, and homemade desserts. Stop by. Let us take great care of you. You can find us on Facebook at Stump's Pig and Pint, or you can give us a call, 804-477-3208. We look forward to taking care of you soon.
Before and after the salon has been active in the Richmond, Virginia community, providing hairstyling services for over 10 years. Before and After is located in downtown Richmond at 1917 West Carey Street. Specializing in weaves, extensions, and growing healthy hair, Before and After provides a full suite of hair care services. Expert stylists Michelle Smith and Alicia Clark are well trained to meet your styling needs at Before and After the Salon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. The time is 1:22. The station is WNTW. It's 92.7 FM, 820 AM. This is not your father's talk station. There's some other great programming that's on this evening. We have on the Richmond Roundup. They're talking music and they give reviews. And those guys have a really good show. And it is on at 8 p.m. 9 and 10, like I said. Perfect. It's on 9 and 10. Make sure you tune in. Check them out. Also, some of the people who are operating in my world are going to have some new shows upcoming real quick. We're going to have Nicole Reed, who's going to talk real estate on Monday. Michelle Wilson is going to talk Mama Michelle's Cafe is going to be on Tuesday. Sharon Oliver from CEO Magazine, as well as Lisa Monroe. They're going to handle Wednesdays and Thursday, and I will be here on Friday. So next we have on the line, you're on the mic with Mike. Hello.
Hey there, Mike.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We have world famous interior designer Jill Irwin. Jill, the floor is yours to let us know what you got going on.
Well, I just wanted to call in and say hey and talk about Jill Irwin Interiors and Delano.
So, folks, Delano. Now, when we're talking about high end. Jill Irwin is renowned in the community, as well as Delano is a really great granite, as well as a place to go make your home look great. So, Jill, the floor is yours. Please have at it.
Yes, indeed, it is. I've joined up with them as their brand ambassador. Still keeping my business, Jill Irwin Interiors, though, and it's just a great fit because they do custom, just beautiful modern cabinetry, and it's completely custom, so you just can't beat it. And I know it's a little different for Richmond, but that's okay. We'll work with you because we're completely custom.
Alrighty, so Jill, let folks know how they can get in touch with you, and also whether it's for Delano or whether it's for Jill Irwin Interiors.
Well, sure. Jill Irwin Interiors, needless to say, you can always find me on Instagram, Jill _ or if I can spit out my name,
that's okay.
Irwin, and that's with an E, just so everybody knows. And then at Delano, please follow them at Delano at Delano, Virginia, and you can find them on West Broad Street. Please visit their showroom. It is, oh my goodness, it's like walking into Architectural Digest. You'll love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that showroom is outstanding, and Jill does some great work. So, Jill, one last time, how can I get you?
Well, Jill Irwin with Jill Irwin Interiors. Please find me at Jill at JillIrwinInteriors.com or Delano, Virginia at Jill at DelanoVirginia.com.
Alrighty.
Or also, let me throw in my Instagram again, Jill _ Irwin. And then, of course, check out Delano on Instagram as well. We put out a lot of pictures.
Alrighty, so Jill's a friend of the program, folks. She'll be checking in. Make sure you check her out, and all things to her and Delano. Thanks now.
Thanks so much, Mike. Take care.
Alrighty, thank you. So, folks, the time is 1:26. The program's On the Mic with Mike. We're here with James and Sylvia. So, James, what you got going? I mean, you always got a ton of things going. Tell folks what you got going on. So you're an entrepreneur with the big E. So you got the food establishments, you got the healing hub. Tell folks what you got going on, because I know you got to get out of here and continue to make magic happen.
Well, so like you said, entrepreneurship. I co-own Brewers Waffles with AJ Brewer, as well as the Well Art Gallery. I got the Healing Hub, and I got a couple properties myself. Right now, I'm in the process of, I guess, finalizing or trying to finalize with this company to obtain an apartment complex so I can assist people with affordable housing. But probably in the next 2 weeks, though, my book will be back from editing.
So, okay, I've been waiting on that one. So let's get down with the book part. You tell folks a little bit about you're an author. Talk a little bit about that project.
Yeah, so this is my first book, and it is called Man, Just Express Yourself. It's an interactive journal for boys and young men to better assist themselves with expressing themselves. So, like, if we look at teenagers now, or just boys in general, they normally express themselves with anger or violence. So this is a platform that I'm going to have them to be able to express themselves in other ways, which is I'm exploring feelings, emotions, anger, social media. It's just varies of topics that they can read about. They answer some questions on the next page, or if they're too young, they can draw out their answers. So there's no age limit on the book. I want young men to catch it first, and then, of course, like right now, if your wife get the book, let's say your wife buys this book and give it to you, and you complete this book, right? And she says, let's say you've been shutting down, or you don't know how to talk to her, or whatever the case is. You complete this book and eventually give it back to her, and she can flip through it like, oh, this is what he mean when he shut down, or this is what happens when he don't feel like talking, or whatever the case is. Or just imagine that young boy that's a freshman in high school and he completes this book, and then he picks it up his senior year and flip back and say, let me see how far I've grown. Oh, I used to get angry at this. I don't get angry at that no more. Or, just different topics that they can go through and establish. So to me, it's going to be definitely something that's needed, and I'm excited about it. So I talked to my editor yesterday, and he should be done with edits on the 16th. And then from there, I'm going to make my final revisions and then launch.
So when do you think that's going to drop?
Well, hopefully my birthday, March 26th. So it all depends.
Oh, you're talking about time from. Okay, so you definitely got to come back to the program. So the time is 1:29. Give us how folks can reach you and find you.
Instagram is pretty much a major platform that I use the most, which is men, MEN _TO _HEAL. So that's men to heal. I'm working on a website right now. It's under construction, but that's going to be men2heal.com. So pretty much, or they can just link through you, and I'm sure you'll plug them.
And we're going to. But the shirt is all over. You see the logo and the shirt worldwide. So shout out to that.
Yeah, 4 different countries. So I've been doing seminars. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Harris, the Healing Hub, and everything else. Sylvia's going to hang around. James is had to take off. And we got to go wait. There's going to be some news at the bottom of the hour, SRN. And we'll be back shortly. Thanks now. So, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It's the premier social enterprise business show here in the Richmond, Virginia area. So, thanks to our listeners out there, just listening to us. The program is really outstanding. So far, we had James Harris, who had to leave. So, for folks who are joining us on Facebook Live, you just saw the drill here, which is James leaves. Sylvia swings around to the other chair. That way, we're looking at you guys. And right now, we have a caller. We have our social media expert. You're on the mic with Mike.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Pretty good. Jacob from Nudge Advertising. Let these good folks know what's going on in your world and how they can make their business better.
All right, so for today, I just wanted to talk about like search engines and your business and how you can make the most of it. So right now, well, as of about December 2019, statistics show that 82% of smartphone users use a search engine first when looking for a local business. So what does that mean? That means that if you don't show up on the search engine or you don't show up in the first 5 to 7 search results, they're likely to move on to a different business. So how do you get to be at the top of the list? You have high quality social media. You make sure that you have a good Google business listing. You show up on Google Maps. You have a good website that you keep up to date. If you have a website and you haven't updated it in 6 or 7 months, Google's going to knock you down a couple page results. So make sure that you have all those things. Otherwise, you're missing out on that 82% of users, because most people are just looking at stuff on their phones.
Alrighty, so Jacob, let folks know the type of businesses that you really can work your magic on. Jacob's helping with mine, getting my website up. Folks are like, hey, Mike, where's your website? I'm like, the best in the business is working on it. So let folks know what type of businesses you work with, Jacob.
Yeah, so I work with small businesses, local businesses, new businesses, and then also cater to the Latino Hispanic crowd as well. We offer bilingual services for all of our services, from websites to logos to business cards to social media reinvigoration.
All righty, folks. That's Jacob from Nudge Advertising. One last time, how can folks find you?
All right, so you can check us out on the web at nudgeadvertising.co. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Nudge Advertising. Give us a call or shoot us a text at 202-670-6295, or just shoot me an email at nudgeadvertising@gmail.com.
Alrighty, thanks. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Talk to you next week.
You have a good weekend.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are on the mic with Mike. We're here with Sylvia Farbstein. Now, one of the great parts about the program is when you see folks out in the landscape doing things, and all of a sudden you run into them. I had been hearing your name and seeing it, and I had seen and heard Brandon's story, and I got his mom here. So that's a get for the On the Mic show. So we were talking a little about the cyberbullying. Also, you also have your book here. We gotta make sure we give a shout out to the book and make sure folks go and listen to your story. So the floor is yours. Like I'd asked, the moment that you realized you guys had something magical.
Absolutely. So we were talking about cyberbullying, and Mike, when you and I grew up, we knew who our bullies were. We were able to go home, shut the door, and escape. And our kids these days, they have no way of escaping their cyberbullies. And unfortunately, it's just the stark reality. So for us, what we realized is we couldn't control those anonymous cowards, but what we could control is how we reacted to the situation. So Brandon was no longer comfortable attending his high school, and he completed that year online. And he and I realized that our laws do not protect the victims of cyberbullying as much as they protect freedom of speech. So we decided to share our experience and our story in front of the Virginia General Assembly. And as a result, over the course of 2 years, Brandon helped pass 2 anti-bullying pieces of legislation into law. And it gave us the opportunity to use our pain into fuel, to make a difference, to help people not go through the same thing that we went through. And it feels so empowering when you realize that you are not alone in your struggles and you can totally transform them into fuel to do something bigger than yourself. And during that time, Brandon decided to launch his professional speaking career. So he went on a journey and he made all these tremendous goals. And one of them was to become the youngest member of the National Speakers Association. He got that designation right before he turned 18. And the following year, he published his first book, 10 Feet Tall. And it made me realize that if this young man who was born in such a unique way with an unknown, unique skeletal condition, if he could create these tremendous goals and do what it takes to make them happen, who am I as a parent to stop him and to say to him, no, you have to be on this narrow path because this is what society tells us.
Okay, Mom, I hear that. But now that forces Mom and Dad to change.
Yes.
In some very big ways. It forces you to step out of the sort of the off to the side into the spotlight.
That's right.
We're going to talk a little bit about that journey, because when people look